When I was a kid, I would frequently accompany my mom to the supermarket, and they have that section with all the magazines, you know? And one of my favorite things to do was to go look through all the gaming-related magazines, while my mom was over, like, feeling all the fruit. On this one trip to the store, though, I was standing there in front of the magazines, and I had in my hands the December 1997 issue of Nintendo Power. The cover was blue, and it had on it some of the characters from Diddy Kong Racing, and there was just something about it that made me go, I need to own this so that I can read everything contained within its pages. So I took the magazine over to my mom, and I asked her, can I get this? She looked down at me and kind of smiled and said, no. And I got this sinking, crushing feeling in my chest, like someone had just turned on a vacuum cleaner in my rib cage or something. I don't remember exactly how the exchange went after that point, but more or less, 11-year-old Michael Aranде just stood there and started crying and begging for this magazine. Meanwhile, my mom kept shopping, pushing her cart up and down the aisles while I followed behind her, still clutching my magazine with tears streaming down my face. Finally, after like 10 minutes of this, my mom relented, and I was so happy. We bought that magazine, we took it home, and I read that thing like it was the Bible. I was hanging on every word, examining every picture. I was turning the pages all carefully and letting its holy golden glow cast onto my face, and when I was done, I gave it its very own spot right there next to the Nintendo 64, so that it would be within reach if I needed to read it again. Life returned to normal at that point until a few days later, my mom came in from collecting the mail, and she said, "There's something here for you." Me? I'm 11 years old. People don't post me things. When I walked over, my mom handed me a magazine. The December 1997 issue of Nintendo Power, with the blue cover, and the Diddy Kong Racing characters looking all epic and exciting. I asked why we got another one, and she told me that the week prior, she had signed me up for a year-long Nintendo Power subscription. I asked if that was why she didn't want to buy the magazine in the store. And obviously she said yes. And then I asked why she bought it anyway. And she looked down at me and just kind of smiled and said, "Because you wanted it." And that sinking feeling in my chest came back, but 1,000 times worse. I felt so bad for the way I acted. That moment right there has stayed with me all this time. It made a huge impression on me. And what's weird is that I don't know what impression it made on me. I don't know exactly what the moral of the story is. I don't know how it helped shape my personality into what it is now. I just know that I've carried that moment with me. You know, we're kind of made up of all these memories that we make over the course of our lifetimes, but I think it's kind of strange that sometimes we end up with these particular memories that are, despite being relatively small ones, so much heavier than the others. If you're still watching this video, and this part of this video is still here, I'd like to bring your attention to an Indiegogo campaign started by my friend Emily.
Hi!
Emily is a really talented film and video maker, and she's making a movie, but she needs help funding it. So what I'm going to do is pull an Alex Day and say that if you contribute to Emily's movie and then forward me the email receipt from Indiegogo, I will make you a video of me saying whatever you want me to say. Just type out whatever it is you want when you send over that email. Be conscious of length. If it's really long, I'll probably only read part of it or make something else up entirely. Just make sure that it's not hateful or derogatory or anything that's going to come back to haunt me if I ever run for president. If you can't think of anything that you want me to say or you just don't care, I will just send a video saying thank you. I will put links to both Emily's Indiegogo campaign and her YouTube channel down in the video description below.